Good morning, students. How are you? I hope you all are fine and staying home to keep yourself safe from COVID-19. As in the previous module, we discussed about climate, weather, and monsoon. Here, we'll discuss some basic concepts that factors affecting climate. Which are the factors affect the climate? So let us start. Climatic controls. What are that factors control the climate of an area? So there are six major controls of the climate of any place that are latitude, altitude, pressure and wind, distance from the sea, ocean currents, relief features. So let us discuss one by one about each of these. So first one is that latitude. So latitude how affect due to curvature of earth. First of all, what are latitude? So on the globe you may have seen that horizontal lines like equator, tropic of Cancer and tropic of Capricorn, so that are latitude. So due to curvature of earth, the amount of solar energy received varies according to the latitude. As a result, air temperature generally decreases from the equator toward the poles. As here in these different diagrams, you can understand कि as this middle latitude is there, 0 degree, that is equator, there sunlight falls directly at 90-degree angle. But from this equator to poles, as we move, or you can say that from lower latitude to higher latitude as you move, the angle of sunlight fall that decreases. And due to decrease of this, intensity of sunlight also decreases. Here you can notice that intensity of sunlight is seen here maximum, and as we move toward the poles, that intensity is decreasing. And toward the poles, or you can say Antarctic Circle and Arctic Circle, their sunlight is minimum. So due to this decrease of intensity of sunlight, temperature also decreases. And this decrease in temperature affect the climate of that area. Altitudes. First of all, you should know what are altitudes. So as here one diagram is there, that altitude of any place always measured from the sea level. For example, this downside, this is sea level. So this sea level, you can see here, this from the sea level, the different places are measured, and whatever this measurement comes, that vertical measurement, vertical distance from the sea level, that is altitude. So as one goes from surface of the earth to higher altitudes, the atmosphere becomes less dense and temperature decreases. So decrease in temperature is because of area of surface contact and density of the air. So as here given, at higher altitude, the air is less dense, less compact, and less ability to absorb heat. And area of means surface is also not seen here. You can see here the on the peaks of mountain there is a very small area. So due to that, they are not able to absorb heat properly. Even the air is also not able to absorb heat, and because of that, lower temperature is seen, lower temperature is observed. As at lower altitude, the air is dense, more compact, higher ability to absorb heat, and higher temperature is also observed. So that way, the hills are there for cooler during summer even. In winter that are cooler of course, but even in the summer also that high altitude mountains, hills are cooler. So I hope you understood this altitude, that height from the sea level you can say, as here this is a height, but height is from the surface, earth's surface, and whatever this place you are measuring it is already having an elevation from the sea level. So that elevation plus height is altitude of that place. So this way cannot think that whatever this foot of the mountain is there, that is from there you will measure the height, means height of that mountain, and you will get the altitude. Altitude always measured from the sea level, because sea level everywhere remains the same. Now pressure and wind. So what is the role of pressure and wind? So the pressure and wind system of any area depend on latitude and altitude of the place, because pressure is because of temperature, and as altitude and latitude both are responsible for decrease in temperature, are responsible for the temperature of any area. And on this globe if you will see, the temperature is decreasing from 0 degree to 90 degree, and that way you can see from the higher latitude the movement of air is observed toward the lower latitude. You can see here one this 60-degree subpolar low pressure observed, and because of that region this from 35 degrees Celsius, or this you can say subtropical high pressure area, horse latitude zone. From this region this air movement is there. Otherwise this is just because that over the higher latitude temperature is always lower than the lower latitude. So because of that the wind movement is seen from higher latitude to lower latitude. If in the mountain you will see mountain region also due to high latitude in the mountain area, due to high latitude, sorry, altitude, due to high altitude, the temperature is observed in this area lower. So both the region that latitude and altitude, this from the sea level. Thus, it influences the temperature and rainfall pattern due to temperature and pressure. And you can see here in this diagram, due to lower temperature, wherever low temperature will be there, this temperature, if lower, then that area high pressure will be created. In this high pressure area, the air comes from up to down, and due to that, as the air is coming downward, so the ground air is moving all around, and that circular movement. And the places where high temperature exists, their low pressure area is observed. And due to this low pressure area, air is moving up, and there is vacant place created. So here you can see as the lower pressure area, the air is moving up to fill the gap, the air from the high pressure region coming. And this way, this movement cause formation of wind. So this way you can understand how the temperature is responsible for the temperature is responsible for the pressure, and that pressure responsible for the wind. And this temperature, pressure and wind decide the rainfall pattern in that region. Here, if low pressure is there, low, low pressure area is created, so that area air will move up and will cool down. And as this low pressure developed due to high temperature, due to that high temperature, moisture also will go up along with the air, and there cloud formation will occur. And that if cloud formation occur, so most probably that rainfall also occur. If high pressure is there, so air will come down. The downside low temperature, upside high temperature. So there is no region for rainfall in that area. Distance from the sea. So distance from the sea increases. As the distance from the sea increases, its moderating influence decreases. Moderating influence you may have studied in your science is during the daytime. You can understand here during the daytime when there is sunlight present, so water area and this land area both will increase the temperature. But you know the water cools and warm slower, and land part as it is solid, that is cooling and heating faster. And both of this is faster here, So during the daytime when there is temperature is increasing, it is heated by the sun rays. So then there high temperature is maintained in comparison to this water part. And due to this region low pressure area develop and this air moves up, vacant created, the air from the water body part comes to this land part. And as this air over the water body is having lower temperature, high pressure is created. So that low temperature means cooler air is coming, and that is decreasing the temperature over the land part. So this is the moderating effect. During the night time, if you will see, there is time to decrease the temperature. So again this land will be winner in decreasing the temperature. As you know that solids are cooling and heating faster. So during the night time this land will cool faster, and as it will cool faster, temperature again here will be maintained higher, and temperature again will be decreasing faster, and here low temperature will be created. And as low temperature will be created, and this is losing heat slower, so here high temperature will be maintained, and due to high temperature the air of the water body part will decrease slow, means air from this water body part will move up, and vacant area will be created for the air, and this air from the land part will move toward this, and this way here land breeze will blow. So this again will lose the temperature. So this way during the night time, and as this is decreasing the temperature, again from the upside this air is coming down. So that way, and this is a cooler air, again cool air, and that way it is the part, the losing the temperature faster due to this land breeze. So this phenomena commonly referred as moderating effect of C. So this moderating effect of C decreases as the place is away from the water body or sea and ocean. This land breeze and sea breeze you may have studied. And due to this way, in India, if you will see, the places which are near the water body, so these all coastal area, these coastal area, whatever. So these all are influenced by that moderating effect of sea, and the places inside this northern India away from the sea. So moderating influence is not observed here. This is experiencing continental climate. So this South India, the coastal region has this moderating effect of sea. This is why the temperature during the summer and winter both the time not decreasing much less, and not increasing in the summer high. But in this North India, temperature is observed during the winter extreme cold, and during summer extreme hot. So extreme climatic condition is observed in this South India, North India. I hope you have understood here. Now ocean currents. So ocean currents are movement of hot and cold water current. So in this map you can see how the water is moving. These different ocean currents, different names has been given. And this equatorial region, as this is a equatorial equator, so this equator, so near the equator, if you can see, there are different types of current, and whichever current is near the coastal area, that kind of temperature will be maintained. As here red color is marked by red color is marked for the warm current, and blue color marked for the cold current. So you can see here the places where this cold current is there, the area will have cooler climatic condition. Where the warm ocean current is there, that area, the coastal region will be experiencing hotter climatic condition. So if along with the onshore wind affects the climate of the coastal area, for example, any coastal area with warm or cold current flowing past it will be warm or cool if the winds are onshore. And due to this warm current, often it is observed that due to warm current, the coastal region will experience the rainfall, hot and humid climatic condition. Due to cold current, the coastal region will experience cool and dry climatic condition. So sometime due to this cold current, the coastal areas are blessed, or you can say cursed, with the desert, cold desert area also. And you can see here this Canary cold current is there, and that is main reason behind the a big Sahara desert. That whole region is not experiencing the rainfall condition. So this way you can understand the role of hot means warm and cool ocean current. Effect: the warm ocean current and cold ocean current affect the weather and climate of them in different ways. Regions near the warm currents are often warmer and wetter. Wetter means that are hot and humid. Near cold current, then you can say wetter means then cold water currents that I explained here in this map. Relief. Now relief plays a major role in determining the climate of a place. The high mountains act as a barrier for the cold or hot winds. You can see here, as this mountain is there, if any air is coming, for example in our country also, from the ocean area, whatever wind is coming, that is colliding with the mountain and moving up. And as this will move up, so from this area, if it is bringing moisture, so that will move up and will form clouds, and that will cause rainfall in this area. So this is effect. If from this side, if cool air is coming, that will not be able to cross the mountain, that will move up, and this way this area climate will not be affected by this cold air from this region. And this advantage is received to India due to Himalayan mountain, and because of that region the polar winds from the northern polar area are not able to reach to our country. And this they may also cause precipitation, as here I told this example in this diagram you can see. If they are high enough and lie in the path of rain bearing wind, so that will be causing cloud formation and rainfall will occur. And usually the windward side the rainfall occur. And next side, as that wind is crossing, so that will become dry because till that time this will lose moisture and will become cooler, and as cooler winds comes down, so due to this area pressure increases. Now here this consists of continent and island. Some important feature the relief are mountain range. Here in the relief, mountain ranges, plains, depressions mean the lower area like depression is this you can say sea and mountain, the water bodies, different rivers and ponds, all these comes. The leeward side, this is the leeward side. A mountain relatively dry. Thank you, students. These were the topics which affect the climates. You can say these were the climatic controls which influence the climate of any area. So please, student, revise this topic in your book, read it and revise it. Thank you. Have a nice day.